The website is pixstudios.com. And let me share my screen so you can watch it on the screen too. Hold on a little bit. Let me know when you can see it, please.
Yeah, you're good. We can see.
Okay. So the first thing that you have to know is that Pixstudios is, it's independent from Touchpix. So you need to create a new account in your, using your account, okay? Using your email. So you need to register and create the account. Once you have the account created, you will be able to see all the information that you require. For now, we are having a coupon code that is ending on the 15th of this month. So I'm gonna put it in the chat so you can take note and use it. Okay, you will have 1 free month, so you can play a little bit with the options. And also in the yearly subscription that we have here in the pricing side, you can see all the packages that we have. We have weekly, monthly, and yearly subscriptions. And in the yearly subscription, you have the ability to request some customized overlays. So you will write to the team and you will ask something that is, for you. Like, I don't know, maybe create something about St. Patrick, or maybe something about the Super Bowl, and you order it. And in less than 3 days, you will have the animation created for you. Okay, but this is only available for the yearly customers. Okay, so please go to pixstudios.com, check the pricing, and do your test. I'm gonna put the coupon code here so you can get that. Okay, but hold on. Let me put the code. It's in the chat now. Okay. So, okay, you can copy it, and let's get into the account so you can see it. Okay, I already created my account. I don't have any files already. Well, I have it, and I deleted it because I want you to create one with you guys. Okay, I'm gonna go to the catalog. Once I'm already logged in. Okay, and as you can see, we have more than 500 items in the library. So we can search here and write something like wedding, okay? And it will do the filter so you can find all the animations that we have created already. So you can easily customize. You can customize the name of the bride, the name of the groom, the date, okay? You can add some handlers for social media, like Instagram handler or something like that, and you can create it in few seconds. Okay, so for now, I'm gonna go with the wedding number 4. So I just selected and go to customize. Here I have the info that is the intro plus the overlay. Okay, the intro is that movement at the beginning, and the last, or the length of that animation, is set here. It's 15 seconds. So this animation will repeat for all the videos. So if your video are taking, or is 20 seconds length, it will repeat one time and part of the other one. Okay, so it will keep playing during all the video. So that's something that you have to consider in that it will be repeating. Is not stretched to the length. It's just repeating. Okay, so for instance, I'm gonna use the wedding 4. I click on customize. And as you can see, the first thing that I have to do is to create or to select the right size of my template. Be careful with this, because even you are adding an animated overlay, you need to create a template in the normal designer in Touchpix, touchpix.com, I mean. Okay, so based on that, you will select the size of the file that you are selecting. For instance, let's say that the one that I use is the long portrait. Okay, so I'm gonna use this one. Okay, you see, it's a long portrait. Automatically, you will see an updated view. And I will say that it's a wedding, okay? And I'm gonna put the name of the bride. Let's say that is Jane. And then I will put the name of the groom. Let's say that is Peter. And you can add the and, you can use the ampersand, the plus, or the word and, whatever you want. And let's say that the wedding is this weekend, that it will be on the 14th, okay? So the 14th, it's 14, sorry. Okay. And I can do also the handler. You can see that here is the handler. So let's say that is at Touchpix official, okay? And as soon as I have this, I go to this part that is the get this animated overlay. So all the information that we put here, it will be added to the actual template, and we will receive it in a few seconds, in a few minutes, okay? Hold on. Let's wait a little bit since it's processing. All the processing is online, so you need internet in order to have this working, okay? And in this subscription, when you have the subscription, you have up to 10 overlays per hour, okay? So if you, let's say that you made a mistake and you need to redo it, it will be one, and the second one that is the right one will be the second. And you can do up to 10 videos in 1 hour, 10 animated overlays in 1 hour. Is one of the limitations that you will have, and this is to prevent the abuse, okay? Any questions on this topic until now? Nobody? Okay, so as you can see, it takes about 1 or 2 minutes, and we have already the video created. You can see in the preview, Jane and Peter, and it has the date, the handler, okay? So now we have 2 ways to download the video to our phones. One is using the download link, okay? You can download it, and you can save it in your Google Drive or your iCloud Drive, and you can select it from there in order to apply it on your event. Or the other one that is something that is much easier is the QR code. You will have the ability to scan the QR code with the app, with the Touchpix app, okay? And the video will be downloaded automatically to your device and apply it to your device, okay? So the first thing is you download the video. You know, you have to go to the drive, upload it, download it in your phone or your iPad, and use it, okay? The other one is the one that I want to show you, is the QR code, okay? So I'm gonna start. I have an event already in one of my phones, one of my devices. Okay, it's loaded. I'm gonna share the screen from that device so you can see how to activate, okay, in your events. Hold on, let me share from from my device. Any questions during this time that I'm doing the sharing from the device? Was clear, or I was too fast?
I think you're good, man. Yeah, so I just wanted to elaborate a little bit on what he's explaining. So again, Pixstudios is a brand new sister app of Touchpix. We're trying to make the experience seamless, where you're no longer having to search for a designer if you don't need to. You still may want some custom work, and at that time, that may be appropriate for you to go to a designer. Now, you're probably thinking another subscription app, great, right? Well, if you take into account what these other designers are probably charging you, I think this is definitely one of those apps that you're not going to possibly keep reoccurring. So you want to cancel it right away. You're just going to activate the week, use it for your events, get your designs, maybe design, 4, 5, 6, keep them on your phone, and then you don't have to worry about paying for it again, right? So I think uh, that 1 month that we're giving you, you're going to test it out. You can make some custom designs for yourself to use in the future, but always keep it in mind. It's not, it's not a one size fits all in the sense that everybody's going to use it. We want you to use it. We're trying to make the experience more attainable for you, because a lot of users don't know how to use animated overlays. A lot of users want to level up on how to present their 360s. And this is just a fancy way of, elevating your event. When you're using animated overlays, you're looking a little bit more professional if the design is looking great. And it's just going to give you that edge over maybe other people around your area who are not doing this. So again, these are options. You don't have to use it, but we're just showcasing the ability of what you can do with animated overlays and how easy it is to upload.
Okay. Give me a second, because I'm switching the language of my event. Sorry about that. I'm in Mexico, so my events are always in Spanish. So wait a little bit, please.
I apologize. I signed in a little late. And if he hadn't gotten too far, I like, how do you actually access the app? Do you do it from the regular Touchpix app to the membership, the subscription?
How do we access the
Pixel Studios? How do you access or get the subscription? I apologize. I got on
Okay,
kind of
you
late.
need to subscribe to the monthly subscription, okay?
Yes.
And then you can apply the code that I just put here. I'm gonna put it again. Okay, so you need to use this code. It's a coupon. The last day is the 15th of October. Okay, so you only have 4 more days in order to use it. Okay, so once you activate it, you will have 1 month to test. Okay.
I'm sorry, could you please put the code again? It was too fast. I'm sorry.
Sure. Yeah, no problem. Let me
Thank you.
let me post it again. Hold on. I'm going to put the code and also the website. Okay, pixstudios.com and the code. Okay, let me know if you watch it in chat.
Yeah, it came out in the chat. Let them know how long they can use it for with the code.
Okay, it's October the 15th is the last day. Okay, it will expire, and it's a free month that you will receive. Okay.
Yeah, so you get the full 30 days of trying it out with no obligation, and you can start making some designs. So if you have some events for the future, you can start using these animated overlay features and set something up for the future. Again, this is just a way to simplify how to get animated overlays loaded onto your events. If you need some more custom work done, then at that time you would look for your designer, your graphic designer, to do more custom work. This is just a way to showcase the 360 videos with something a little different than just non-moving overlays.
Really quick, DJ, with the Pixstudios, when you're in the trial subscription and as you download the anything that you create, will it have like a watermark or logo
No,
on it?
we're giving you a free month of using it full featured.
Gotcha.
So it's not going to have any watermarks. You customize it for your needs, customize it for needs that you may be having up in the future now. And we're just doing an introductory. That way you guys can get familiar with the way it works and how to upload it. And if you need it in the future, this is probably something that you may or may not want on a monthly basis. I would say most of you probably are going to fall somewhere in the middle, possibly. You can activate it or deactivate it whenever you want. It's good when you're preparing for events. If you have 10, 15 events, you may just want it for that month. Create yourself 10, 15 events worth of overlays, and then kind of not using it till you have more events. So it's something easy to use. So I'm going to go ahead and turn it over to Julian again.
Okay. Any question?
Yeah, Ricky, I see you had some comments.
Sure. So the only application I've heard of this was for animated overlays for 360s. Is there capability of like making outros or track screens with this as well? Or is it just animated overlays for 360s?
I will say that for now it's just the animated overlays, but definitely this this open the door to more things like you say, like a track screen, something like that. So we can easily add this to the catalog, so you can play with more options like that.
Yeah. All right. Thank you.
Okay. So can you see my iPhone screen right now?
Yes.
Okay, perfect. So do you remember that we have a QR code after we create the overlay in the Pixstudios website, right?
Correct.
So for now, we need to go to the menu in order to import it. We can go to the menu, go to the settings, and look for the video effects, okay? You see the video effects, okay? So you need to go here to add new effect. Let me put this thing. The add new effect, and we will look for one that is called overlay repeat. You see it in the list? So overlay repeat is the one that you have to use. Select it and clicking done. And once it's added is below the graphic, you see, you can click in the three dots to bring all the options for this effect. And you will see the choose file. This is the normal way that we add the overlay black, the overlay alpha, the overlay color, okay? But now you see another button that you can see that it says load from pixstudios.com QR, okay? So in this time, we are going to select that, and it will open the scanner, okay? And I'm gonna scan the QR code that I have here on the website. Sorry about it. And it's loading the file, okay? So as you can see, you only scan the QR code, and the app will download the file and will apply it. So you can easily add that overlay to your event. Okay, let's wait a little bit. My internet is not so fast right now, but let's wait a little bit. Okay, I also recommend to do this when you are having good internet because it's a video that you are downloading. So if you're in a place that the internet is not so good, maybe it will take some time. Okay, so do this with some preparation that you are not in a rush because maybe you will have a little bit of complications trying to download.
The other option you guys have is just downloading the file once you're done, right? Because if you download the file, you can save it onto your iPad or your iPhone, and instead of loading it via QR code like this, you can just go where it says choose file and point it to where you saved it on your phone, and you're done. So both easy ways. One requires internet, and the other one requires you to save it onto your phone ahead of time. And I will always recommend you save it onto your phone anyways, just in the event that something is a little sideways with the internet or it's not loading correctly. You'll at least have a backup plan that's saved onto your device.
Yeah, actually, this file is not too big. It's about 12 megabytes. I don't know why my internet is having, issues downloading it, but it's about 12 megabytes. I'm just downloading the file right now.
So I could see why Julian is doing it this way, right? Some of us work with PC computers,
Yeah,
and he's saving it with, if he were to save it on his PC computer, then he'd have to email it to his phone somehow,
yeah.
right? But if you're working off a MacBook already and you just save it to your MacBook, you could just airdrop it over to your iOS device. So that's the beauty with with Apple devices, if you want to keep it consistent. So
Yeah, in my computer I already finished the the the, the
because
download, but in the
oh, so
phone still running. So maybe my phone is not getting the best internet right now. Let's wait a little bit. If not, I'm gonna email it to me and I'm going to download it. Okay, but you can see both ways to load the file. Let me email it to me and I'm gonna.
yeah, it should have been done a long time ago, but with technology, things like this sometimes happen, which is kind of why we recommend always have a plan B, and your plan B should be to save that file onto your device. Whether you have to email it or not, at least you have it. So just kind of be prepared for that. So I'll
Yeah.
wait for Julian to do that, and we'll get there. Does anybody have any questions with Pixstudios or kind of what he explained on how to design and what he meant too? I just kind of want to circle back. What he meant that you still have to create an overlay on Touchpix. I hope you guys understood that correctly. All he meant was that in Touchpix Designer, you just have to upload a blank overlay that's the same size as your design that you're designing on Pixstudio. So if you're doing a portrait mode, make sure that on the designer you upload that blank portrait sized template. That way, when you go to Pixstudios, you could just select the appropriate template. That's all you do.
Okay, I'm gonna interrupt this, okay? Because I'm going to.
I do have a question as well.
Sure,
Is
sure.
will they have preset animations?
Well, they're all preset already. The animation is
Mhm,
just a matter of you looking through that extensive library. As you can
mhm.
see, when you go into the Pixstudios website, you'll have some default themes, like for every occasion, like 4th of July, like wedding themes. You'll probably have some Halloween holiday themes. So you'll go with whatever fits your specific theme, and then you can edit the text characters in there. So the characters on there are you are able to modify and change those around. But as far as colors at this time, you're not able to change the colors. It's kind of you stick with what you got for now if that's the design that fits your needs.
Okay, and one more question. Do you all have already have a price set? I know you gave us a code for the first 30 days. So after the 30 days, how much is the subscription?
Yeah, so there's a few subscriptions. There's a weekly subscription, a monthly, and a yearly. So the weekly subscription is $25. So I think that's a great bargain because that's probably the amount of money you're going to pay somebody to design something for you anyways. And this will give you access to, download multiple events, 10 events worth of artwork. The monthly is 85 if you want to keep it going, and the yearly if you just want to pay it all off and use it as often as possible, then that is a cost of $250 for the yearly. And again, this is all of this is optional, and it's just an easier way for you to upload animated overlays.
And once you download them, are they yours to keep, whether or not
Yes,
like you
once
said?
you
Okay.
download them, if you save them, that's why I always recommend actually downloading the file because maybe you'll have a similar event, um, depending on how you edit that event. But they're for you to keep. You can use them as demos and showcase them later. Personally, if it was me doing this and I was the end user too, on some of them maybe I wouldn't put the date. That way you can reuse them.
That's what I was
So
gonna ask.
so
How,
so
once you save it, can
yeah,
you
you can.
change the personalization on it as well, or would you
Yeah,
have to just go back to?
once you save it, it'll stay with whatever personalization you use at that moment, right? So there's no way to alter it from there to something else unless you were to get, another weekly subscription of some sort.
Yeah. Okay.
Thanks.
No problem.
Any other questions before I can show you how to load that from the device? Okay. So we already see the scanning of the QR code in my phone wasn't taking so long. So I'm gonna change now the method to add it. It's the normal way that we use. Remember, we need to go to the menu, settings, go to video effects, okay, page number 6. We added under new effect. Remember that is the one that it says overlay repeat, okay? We already have one. And we are gonna click in the 3 dots to bring all the options. Choose file. And here I have the video that I just downloaded, okay? Now that is the name of the file, you can tap and confirm, and you can go back and do your videos. I'm gonna do a video from this. Okay, I have.
Let's see here.
Here is the code that I scan it. Okay. Okay, and it will start processing. You probably will have my template, but because I forgot to delete it. Okay, my design, but it will match. Okay, but you will see part of the previous design that I have, the static one. Okay.
So any overlay downloaded from Pixstudios will require overlay repeat.
Again, please.
So any overlay that we create in Pixel Studies and download it and use it, you'd have to use the animated effect of overlay repeat.
Yeah, it's the overlay repeat. It's the one that is designed for that. Right now it's not playing. I don't know if since I'm sharing the screen is stopping that.
Go to your camera roll. Maybe it's in there.
Yeah, let me go to camera roll.
What's the rendering time for each video with adding this?
There is.
Yeah, the rendering time is like it's going to be similar to any animated overlay that you use. So it's really going to depend on how how large the file is. For on this one, it probably took about, from start to finish, it probably took about 40 seconds.
Yeah, but you know, if you are worried about the added time for using an overlay like this, I will say that is about 5 to 8 seconds more from your normal processing time, more or less. Okay, depending on your device. For instance, my device, the one that I'm using right now, is an iPhone 12 mini. So it's a kind of old device. Okay, if you are having an iPhone 13, iPhone 14, the processing time will be much better. Okay, I'm gonna replay the video so you can see it. You can see
the animation, but what
the
he meant,
animation.
what he said is he already had an overlay loaded in back of it.
I'm gonna remove it so everybody can watch it actually. Hold on.
Okay.
Yeah, because I want everybody to watch it. Sorry, I forgot to delete that from the event. Okay, this one. Okay, I'm doing that. Okay, so let me share my computer screen so you can see how do you need to add the template. Let me know when you're watching it, please.
Yeah, we're good.
Okay, so I'm on the designer. Okay, I went to touchpix.com and tap in designer. And now I'm setting the template. I'm gonna select template number 1, portrait long. Okay, those are the dimensions, are the same ones. If I go here to my account, you will see here the description is not good, but we already know that I select the same design. Okay, 1072 by 1920 pixels. Okay, and I'm gonna add this empty template to my event. Okay, in this case, I'm only adding to my slow-mo. I add my event. Okay. And I'm gonna refresh my event. And I'm gonna start sharing from my iPhone. Okay. You have any question about this blank template that we just added to the event? Everything was clear, okay? You have to select the same dimension that you have in your Pixstudios design, okay? So let me share here. Okay, this thing. Okay, it's loading. You can see it, right?
Yes.
Okay, so I'm refreshing again my event because I exit from it. Okay, so remember menu, settings, add new effect. Let's go to find overlay repeat. Tapping down, tap in the three dots. Let's choose the file. Okay, confirm, and we go back.
And you notice too that he's recording at over 6 seconds, right? A lot of us don't record that high. A lot of us record like at 5 or 4.5. So he added a little bit more time. So that's going to add to the processing as well. But
yeah,
as you can see, as you can see,
I play with that time because I like to add some speed up on the video. So if I don't add enough time, my video is pretty short because the speed up. So that's why I use a lot of time.
And it should be playing now. There you go. Go to your camera roll for whatever
Yeah,
reason.
let me tap in next, and I'm going to camera roll so you can see it. Let's go back this one. Okay, you see now the design is clear. You can see the leaves that are moving. The intro, it will repeat 2 times. One at the beginning, one at 15 seconds, because it's going to repeat. Okay. Since my video is about 22 seconds, it's playing almost 2 times. Okay.
Yeah, and that was just a brief example. There's others that have more movement. That one I think had some subtle movement. But you're gonna, with that coupon code that he provided, play around with it. This is your time to take advantage of these free tools that we're providing for you guys to excel in your event. So just download as many as you can and keep them with you, try them out and see which ones work for you and see if this is a great add-on feature for you.
Yes.
All right.
So any questions about this?
Okay, let's get to the bread and butter of this webinar. I think a lot of people logged in because they excited about the artificial intelligence features. Let's keep it on your phone, Julian, if you don't mind, since you already got it up and going. I still see some people are trying to log in. Maybe you want to switch over to the computer side just to explain that, they do need to activate the artificial intelligence feature on when creating their event.
Let me
or
share.
I can do that. I mean,
yeah, you can do it.
I can
sorry,
do that.
I was.
That's okay.
Okay.
That's okay. So I'm gonna go to event. Obviously, I think you guys are already more on the advanced side, because if you're here on this webinar, and you guys probably already know how to create those events, correct? Unless you need to know how to create an event, you create an event, right? And what I'm going to do is I'm just going to edit an event that I already have. But you can do create an event, it'll work. All right. You already know all these settings here. Depending on where you're at, you're going to apply the proper settings. Printing is, I think, is very cool with the artificial intelligence. We highlighted this at the expo in Europe a few weeks back, and I think that's what really got people excited. Looking at the vibrant photos that were coming out, I think that was a great add-on at the expo for us. So down here, you can enable printing if you're able to print. You definitely have some options. I'll just select manual printing. Give me a limit of 5. I don't have a printer connected now, but it'll give you an idea of what it would look like if you want to print. So down here during your functions, you can definitely do photos and you can do AI, right? I would recommend that you leave both of these options on, photos and AI. You do need to let the software know exactly what it is that you're doing, and if you're doing a regular photo, it's going to pull a certain template. Same thing with the AI function. So for right now, we're just going to focus on the photo booth side, right? And for the photo booth side, let's just do animated GIFs as well, because that's part of photo booths as well. But if you're interested in AI, make sure that you activate these two, photos, and you activate photo AI, right? Both of these must be activated. Don't just activate photo AI without activating photos, because you'll run into possibly some issues. Make sure that they're both activated. Okay, that's the only difference, right? Making sure that you select that you want to use that function. And obviously these timeouts, I know typically for slow motion, I always have you guys zero these out. I kind of do the same thing, almost the same. So let's run with that. And then you guys can share it however it is that you want to share. Pick your sharing methods. Everything else is exactly the same. The only thing you're going to focus on is the photo AI and photo. So once you go down, you're going to go ahead and consent, submit, and then we're going to go into the designer to let the program know exactly, that you are going to be using it for a photo booth and you want certain templates to apply. So once I go to the designer, similar to what Julian just went over with with Pixstudios, you want to make sure that on this drop down here, because it's always defaulting to slow-mo and boomerang, you're going to select it over to photo and photo AI, right? So you can do both. You can do both at different times. So you can actually do, what's cool with Photo Booth is that you can do AI, right? And you can actually provide a normal Photo Booth session. And it'll look something like this. So first, let's go with regular Photo Booth and GIFs. And I like the portrait style as well. So let's go with the portrait style. I'll select that specific template here. And I'm just going to add this vertical portrait template that's blank, nothing added. I'm going to add it to that event called UK Tour. And I'm going to add it to both the GIF and the photo side, right? Once it loads the appropriate template, you're going to want to go over here to your left where it says templates. And now we're going to toggle over to Photo AI. Photo AI is, you can have it in different formats in the sense of if you want to do a session where you want to be able to print out the original and the AI, it can print out the original and AI as a digital copy, right? It'll just show you what it looked before and it's like the before and after. This is good for people that do a lot of expos that want to showcase how it looks to the client. That way they fully understand it. But if you're not worried about showcasing, you just want the AI portion, then I'm just going to select the same thing. Let me exit out here. I'm going to select the same, confirm. I'm going with the default template, and I'm going to go ahead and hit add event. Add to event, and it's going to the same event. So essentially, those are the features that you want to tell the software saying, hey, I'm going to do a single shot. And by the way, if you're using AI, right now, although AI is working great with Touchpix, it's recommended that you use AI with a single person, right? Because if you start introducing more people, it doesn't work as well. Maybe in the near future, we can have group shots where the AI is picking up on multiple faces, but right now it's searching for a set of eyes and is looking for your face. So that's what's triggering the AI. I know our CEO, Juan Carbonell, posted a video on the Touchpix group of him kind of showcasing, kind of showing off what he's got in his little lab right now working on the video AI. I think you guys must have seen where he turned into Iron Man. I think that's a cool feature. That's not out yet, but it's in the works. It's going to be out very, very soon, hopefully, and we can all take advantage of that. But for this, I just need you guys to understand this is just the photo AI portion of it. Works great with single shot photos, and we're just loading blank events. Once we're done with this, then what you can do is you can actually either go back, you can log out of Designer, right? And then you can go back into your Touchpix settings. Once you go back into your Touchpix events, you can now scan your QR code. And in my case, my QR code to activate this is as such. I'm going to see if I can go ahead and make my phone a, give me a sec here. I'm going to see if I can make my phone a co-host. That way I can screen mirror my phone. Oh, maybe Julian, if you can do that DJ1 Duke device, if you can set me a co-host, I think you started the session, so you're in command.
Okay. What's the device?
It's DJ1 Duke. Just make it a
Okay.
co-host.
Yeah. Well, let me. Yeah, you are co-host right now.
Perfect. So what I'm going to go ahead and share my screen. Give me one sec here. Here we go. Mia, come here. I need you. All right, I think here my screen is popping up. So now what I'm going to do from this point on is I'm looking for my Touchpix app. I'm opening up my Touchpix app. I'm going to go ahead and refresh the event because I already had this event loaded. I just made some modifications with you guys, and There it is. You see how I have a photo, AI photo, and animated GIF. I think a lot of people want to know what's up with AI. So from your device, if you go to settings, I always start with ultra high quality. Make sure that you have all your stuff at ultra high quality. In this case, I don't have a printer connected, but if I did have a printer, you have the options to print. I don't have a share box right now. Let's go with the back camera. And what I'm going to do here is I'm going to toggle over to menu number 7. Menu number 7, right? We have a default scene here. So now before, Touchpix was giving you way too many options for AI, which is cool. But if you're doing a custom event, maybe you don't want to give your clients all these choices. So now you can select which choices, right, you want to give them. I'm going to deselect all and maybe pick a few choices so they can pick from, right? So right now that Halloween is kind of a thing, I'm going to go ahead and select her. I'm going to show you some examples of my daughter. That way you guys can get a better idea of what that's going to look like. I'm going to pick her, and let's do one more. So now you're just going to give people certain choices and go from there. I kind of like that that superhero one. Here it is. Boom. So I'm going to confirm. So those are the default choices that I'm going to give my guest. And before I move on, I'm going to go ahead and showcase that, right, with you guys. So now I'm going to hit AI, and you guys are going to see that now I'm given those choices here. Let's go with the Halloween one. And this is my daughter here. So I'm going to go 3, 2, 1. And she's smiling. And it's processing. You do need an internet connection for this. The faster internet, the better it'll work. The faster it'll work. I find that it's pretty instantaneous. And as you can see, that's a phenomenal AI feature, right? It's just like my daughter, Halloween portion. You can share it anyway, and it's very cool. So now we're going to do a different one, right? Just to make sure that we're trying the same ones. Here we go. We'll go with the superhero one, and we'll do here 3, 2, 1. Love my helper, by the way. She's always helping me with my projects here. So now it's applying the AI effect, and look how fast that was, right? So this is extremely cool. So what I wanted to show you guys too with AI is now Touchpix took it a different level. So now with the same options that you have, you can now add custom scenes. What do I mean? What are custom scenes, right? And this is kind of stuff that I took right off of, I just pulled some stuff off of Google. I don't recommend you guys do that, but I'm just trying to showcase and preparing for this that you guys can pull stuff from different Adobe stock if you guys pay for that, or just make sure you guys have your licensing covered. We don't want you to get sued. We don't want to get sued. So make sure that you're pulling original content. So what custom scenes is now pictures that I have on my phone, make sure that they're JPEG pictures. That's what I'm going to say. So if you take a picture of yourself or take a picture of somebody with your iPhone, iPhones don't work with the JPEG format, meaning that your camera app, when it takes a picture, it's not a JPEG. It produces an iPhone format, VC, I believe, or maybe missing an I somewhere, but it's a different format. But if you do have JPEGs, right, I'm going to go into my phone, and first of all, let's see if I have any pictures here that I can use. I don't. So let's go over to my camera roll here. Okay, let's use Mr. Motor Coke here. Mr. Touchpix. So I have this picture of him here. What I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and save it. Save the files. It needs to be in your files folder. I don't want it on my iCloud. As you see up here, it says iCloud. I just want to save it on my phone directory. On my phone directory, just so I can find it quick, I'm going to name it 001 save. And I'm going to use a different picture as well. Maybe let's use a soccer player here. I don't know who that soccer player is, but nobody sent them to me. And I want to save this soccer player as 002, right? And these are male pictures, so they're gonna look.
That one, yeah, that one was in your iCloud. Eh?
That one was on my iCloud. Let me save
Yeah.
it. See, pay attention when you save it. Good catch, Julian. Let's save it to my phone and let's call it 002. And you guys can see the power of AI now. So now I'm going to go back to Touchpix, right? And I'm going to upload new. And since I'm on my phone, it should have both of these pictures. I had Martin's picture. I'm going to go ahead and upload another one, the soccer player. I'm going to hit confirm. So now in total, I have 5 different AI experiences.
DJ.
So now, yeah.
Something that I would like to add before you continue is that the best way to get the shots is that if your custom scenes has the same dimension that the one that you have in the template. If you are having a portrait photo, try to trim that custom scene as in portrait, because as you can see, the Martin one, the other one,
it's landscape.
Yeah, it's landscape. So if you go to the preview in the scenes, you can see how the picture will be trimmed. Okay, so just be careful with that, because if you don't have the same orientation on your photo, it will be trimmed. Okay,
that is a very good point. Trial and error is always going to be your friend. So you should always be trying these before going out to an event so you don't run into any hiccup. I know that the Martin picture, even though it was kind of landscape, will work, but follow what Julian just advised, because you guys are professionals. You guys should be trying this before you guys get to your events. And now we're going to go ahead and hit AI, right? And you can see now I have a Martin experience, and now I have that soccer player experience. And I'm going to let's go with the soccer player experience just to see how that's going to look on my daughter. So she's still smiling for me, which is great. And there it is. So it's going to apply the AI effect, and you let me know whether or not it kind of put her face on the soccer player's face. So there it is. There's your AI feature, right? So it looks like her for sure, but she's not a man. But other than that, it does the best it could, detecting the facial parts. The second one I'm going to pick is Martin. I'm kind of scared to try this on my daughter, but let's go ahead and let's go ahead and do this. So, right, 3, 2, 1, perfect. So this is giving you guys ideas on how creative now your photo booth events can be. This is just a dynamic feature. No other iOS app is doing it as fast. So see, you can see that, I can see your little nose, and it does have a resemblance, but it also has a resemblance to Mr. Touchpix. So it's a great feature how it face swaps. So that's the new face swap feature that we are offering, but it's going to open up so many different opportunities for you to be very creative with the software, right? So this is, if you're hired for a theme party, now you can get something that's going to look similar to that theme and kind of go with it. No other app right now is able to do this on the fly like Touchpix. We're always very proud of our development team and our team in general, because we're cranking out the new release stuff really, really fast, really quick, reliable. You saw how fast that processing time is. And yeah, I just want to turn it over for questions. If you guys have any questions regarding AI and how that works, I think that brings in a lot of great features.
I got a quick question, DJ.
Sure.
So with the AI feature, is it solely just for the photo booth side, or can you use it in conjunction with the 360, with the slow-mo?
It's at this time, the 360 side, it hasn't been released. They're working on it. So right now, this is strictly for the photo booth side. So if you saw the Touchpix CEO Juan Carbonell posted of him turning into Iron Man on the video, that means that he's got it almost down to be released, right? So it's just a matter of maybe weeks. I think you guys will be able to use AI with video. Just a matter of him making sure that he takes care of all the loose ends. He doesn't want to release something that's not ready, but it's coming. He already shot that teaser out there, and it's just a matter of time when he perfects it, and we roll with that.
Okay, thank you.
I see a hand up by Joanne Jackson.
Hi, yes. I wanted to know, you said that it needs Wi-Fi for this, but does it use a lot of Wi-Fi to process and send these photos?
Well, I'll say this. This is very different than what normal people use with 360. So the file size for a picture is very low. And what I mean by that, if I go into my camera roll, let's look at some of the finishing touches, right? And I'm going to go ahead and go over to info. This is only a 2 megabyte file, right? Your 360 videos, to put it in perspective, a lot of them sometimes, if you're not compressing them, some go all the way up to 40 megabytes. If you're compressing them, you're looking at 16 megabytes. So no, you don't require a lot of Wi-Fi data, right? 2 megabytes is very minimal for a picture. So you shouldn't have major issues with the upload or even the processing time, as long as you have a pretty decent connection. With 360 videos, we normally say as long as you have an upload of 15. I would say with photos, I'm going to cut that in half and say just have an upload of 7. I think you can get away with 5, but I think for measuring, I think I want to tell everybody 7 upload would be more than suffice for pictures.
Okay, I was just wondering because a lot of places I don't even use the venue Wi-Fi. I use my hotspot.
Yeah,
So,
and with hotspots, they're a little tricky because I'll give you this example. Hotspots work off your cell signal, and everybody who owns a cell phone signal, you may have really good service in one area of town, but the other area of town, the service may not be that great. Meaning that if it's not that great, your connection is going to be slower, right? So it's really going to vary depending on what provider you have and how good their signal is at that specific venue.
okay, thank you.
No problem. Any other questions?
DJ, someone, Darnisha, it's doing a question that is not related to the topic today, but is quite easy. So she wants to know how to compress the 360 video. So if you can show it right now,
Sure.
go to menu.
I'm going to go over to the settings, right? And if you want to compress your 360 video, it's on sub menu number 1, page number 1. If you look at option,
Compress.
I think it's 9, option 9, where it says, it'd be nice if these are numbered. Option 9, compress. Right now I have it up at the highest, ultra high quality. Actually, if I were to remove compression, that would be the highest quality I can provide. No compression. If you want low quality, meaning that you want it very compressed, you hit low quality, right? Medium quality, high quality, and ultra high quality. So you're going to want to play around with what you feel is best for you. Honestly, I wouldn't put it anywhere below medium quality. I think that if you're doing this for a paid, you're receiving money for an event, you should be at least at high quality or ultra high quality. But if you're really struggling with your video sending because you don't have great connection, then that's the only reason I'd go back down to medium quality. One other thing that I wanted to show you guys still on the photo booth side, because this is all photo booth related. So as you guys can see, I have the AI feature and then I have the photo feature, right? So you guys can be offering these types of service to generate more money or more income. So maybe your client's not sold on just AI and they want regular photos. You can always feel free to take regular photos. But the beauty of it with Touchpix is Touchpix gives you all the, let me hit no. Touchpix gives you all the tools. So what you want to do is go to settings. And now instead of being where AI is, you also want to go where the photo effects are. And maybe you want to be able to provide a digital background but with the original photo. So what I'm going to do is hit the background gallery. And it's asking me if I want to add my own background, which you're able to do, right? Just make sure, like Julian said, like anything else, if you're using a portrait style template, make sure that those backgrounds that you're saving onto your phone are also portrait style, right? If you're going to be doing your own. The default one from Touchpix seemed to work well with any type of template. But in this case, I'm going to hit yes. I'm also going to be using my background. I have the city of Chicago here as a background. And let's see if I have anything else. No, let's just go with, let's roll with Chicago. So I have this Chicago skyline, and I'm going to go ahead and hit open. It's going to require some resources because I just, right before we started this webinar, I downloaded a new version of the app. So you guys are pretty familiar with that. So it's giving you examples of how it's going to look with, in this case, this was the Chicago background. You can't see that Chicago background behind her. But if you were to add, this is a portrait style photo, my Chicago background was squared. So if I were to have it at aspect ratio, you would have been able to see the skyline behind her. But this is just to show you that you're still capable of taking phenomenal photos with digital backgrounds. You don't have to take a backdrop with you. These look a lot better if shot from iPads that has good lighting. If you want to level up your game with this, I would also recommend you use a DSLR with a flash. Then these pictures are going to be a very high level pictures if you do it correctly with a DSLR. So I think Touchpix is giving you a bunch of tools. There's no fee for these backgrounds. You can use them like they have some Christmas backgrounds, Halloween backgrounds, 4th of July backgrounds. They really get creative to try to give you as much for, you know, it's a good value. So it's a good bang for your buck and what you're spending with the Touchpix subscription. So now let's say maybe I want that specific background. I hit close, right? I'm going to go back. I'm going to go ahead and, well, my daughter just kind of walked out, but let me see if I can get her back in here. But if you guys have questions while I get her back, please shoot some questions and I'll get her back and just show you how that background removal works.
Yes,
DJ.
I have a question. It's not about the what you're doing, but with Pixar, with the Pixstudio, I know it's animated, but could you use that for a photo as well? It just won't be in animation form.
No, the thing is, the Pixstudio is specifically designed for videos. So the animated portion, there's no way to make it a still shot, right? And have it moving because it's then it's going to become a video, not a like a JPEG.
Okay,
So
because when I do an event, I like everything to look the same, you know. So
got
all
it.
photos, videos, everything has the same overlay. So I was just wondering if you could still use that and just have it as a picture.
Yeah, not for Pixstudios. Pixstudios is just going to be specifically for videos. Maybe you'll find something in our designer uh, category that looks very similar, and you can use any of those. But in Pixstudios, those are just videos.
I guess that the only part that will work is the animated GIF because it's like a video. So only
Yeah,
the
that's still a
but,
video file. Yeah, you're correct.
but for photos like that, it won't work. Only for GIF.
Okay, thank you.
Yeah. Any other question?
Yeah,
I do.
Go ahead, please.
Is
Yes,
there
DJ. So I have a question in reference to going back to the background gallery. Um, are we able then to use it for regular photos, animated GIF, and boomerangs as of right now, like the background gallery? Did I understood correctly?
The background gallery, you're able to use it as regular photos.
Okay.
I don't think it'll work off animated GIFs.
Um,
I'll give you. Let's try it right now. I've never actually tried it with animated GIFs.
It should
yes.
work because in the
Let's try it.
beginning it works. Yeah.
So let's do the photo option first. Here we go. Again, she made it.
Oh,
Okay, telling you, I have the
Your
best helper.
model.
So as you can see, these are the options, right? It'll take your picture, and look how
Yeah.
great of a cutout it has, right? I'm not using any external lights, but if I had external lights, it would look a lot better,
Yeah.
right? But now I can see how these Halloween pictures will look, and this is great for Halloween, right? It'll look, just pick whatever background you want, and you can print these, and these look awesome, right? You don't have to take a backdrop with you at every event.
Right.
It'll do great, great
So let
shots,
me.
and you can do groups as well with the background removal.
Okay.
You can do
Okay.
groups as long as your light is consistent. You can do
Yes.
groups. So now let's try the animated GIF. Let's see how that works.
Okay.
So let's try the animated GIFs. Here we go. Oh, but it's only one. Maybe I should have selected that. But if it works on one, it should work on all of them. See, so the animated GIF, it
It's
doesn't
not
work.
working. Okay.
It doesn't work on animated GIFs.
Okay.
Yeah.
Got it. Okay. And it only gives you the option when you go in the background gallery, you can
DJ,
only choose one, correct?
DJ, there's a toggle that you have to turn on. Go to the
To the
photo
event.
effects. I remember, go to the menu and settings,
Let's see.
and you see no, in the number five, you see the toggle that is in the top. Use photo
Oh, got
effects
it.
in your sessions.
Oh, yeah. That's
So
fairly new.
try now, please.
Okay. So we're going to try right now, and maybe this will do it. I think that's fairly new. I've never used it on the animated GIFs, but I think he got the solution. Oh, yeah, there you go. So it
Yeah.
does work with animated GIFs. So if you are doing animated GIFs of 3 or 4 shots, you can also pick your background, right? So
Okay.
that is
So
You
super
can
awesome.
in
let
that
me
option
give.
you can also set the order. So maybe if you have only, like 3 different backgrounds that you want to be applied, you can select those 3 and designate, one for each photo, so the overlay can change, the background can change a little bit.
Yeah, so this can be used in so many different applications, and I just kind of want to be able to share this with you guys because I mean, I know we're talking about regular photo booths, and that we're only scratching the surface with regular photo booths. Whether you
Yeah.
have an iPad booth or whether you have a DSLR booth, I think they both would do great with this AI and background removal. But we're not even talking about like the handheld roamers for events, right? People that do weddings. For example, my rental company, when we do weddings, we offer the roamer as an add-on to our photo booth. So maybe they have a bride and groom have maybe a couple of hours or an hour for cocktail hour, and I'll include a package where I'm doing roaming with a handheld
Right.
iPad booth. And now you can do AI and you can do background removal on roaming, which makes it excellent value. Like the pictures will come out really nice if you have the appropriate device and your lighting is great. So I just want you guys to think outside the box, and you guys can always add these to your packages. Touchpix is evolving, right? It started with photo booth. A lot of people didn't pay attention to the photo booth side in its early stages. 360 took over. It's what really catapulted Touchpix to where it is. But now we're doing a circle back. We're doing a lot of development into the photo booth side because we see that there's more value and there's more ways for you to create more income for your business and for yourselves. And we're not raising the price on anything. We're still keeping everything the way it is, but we're adding a lot of more features so you guys can get out there and start making that money and excelling with your business.
I have a question. Is there any iPads that have the true ultra wide for the front camera?
I want to say there is. I want to say that there is the iPad Pros, the Pro model. Um, Let me check something real quick. I don't have my iPad mini with me here. I want to say maybe the Mini 6 does as well, but I know the iPad Pro 11 does it, and the iPad Pro, maybe the 12.9, but that's a little too big. Let me check here. I have an iPad in front of me that is one of the more
I
inexpensive
know it's
ones.
like 12. It's supposed to be 12 ultra as long as in landscape. But what about in portrait mode?
Yeah, portrait mode. Let me see. Let me see this here. Lens type. Yeah, so I think some of the models will have that feature. Some of the lower end models, I just pulled out my. Uh, it's a rather new iPad, but it's not like the Pro model. It's the $249 model that still does great with front pictures, but that they don't have the wide angle cameras. I think some of the Pro models do. So I think this is kind of where you probably may have to go into like a Best Buy or a Costco or a Sam's Club and play with their displays and see if they have the capability of turning that front lens into a wide angle. I have seen it on some models. I'm just not exactly sure. Other than the iPad Pro 11, I'm not exactly sure what other iPad has that.
Yeah, because right now I use the ninth generation one, which is good, but if it's too up close to it, it just gets very little of the body. It's like head, maybe under the chest, and that's it. So I just wanted to know before I go out and invest in one to see if it was a true ultra wide one.
Yeah, I think for those types of questions, go to into an Apple store. I rarely buy stuff from the Apple store because I think I can. I always pride myself in thinking I can buy it cheaper elsewhere. But the Apple store is probably like your Play Store where they'll be able to answer those questions for you because it's their product, right? So um, I'm not exactly sure, like I said, which models outside the 11 Pro offer that, but I'm sure there's others. I don't have my 6 mini with me here. It's in my storage unit, but I'll double check on that. I'll double check on that for sure. I'm going to go ahead and put my email in the chat, and maybe we can just connect. And if I do find out what other models, I can shoot you an email or shoot me an email, and we'll go from there.
Okay, thank you.
Okay, I see Ortiz Rental photo booth with the raised hand.
I think she had it raised
No, I'm
already.
good. I'm good.
Okay.
Thank
I think,
you.
Yeah, you're
okay.
welcome.
Is
And
there,
somebody else was asking, Darnisha, you have a question?
Yes, I'm a little newer. I've done about 15 events with my 360, and I love Touchpix. I just wanted to know, and it might be a little off the AI topic, but when you're doing the event and you want to switch, so I'm good with my 360 videos, but then I want to walk around sometimes. I go from my iPad, which triggers my GoPro 7, and I want to switch sometimes to photos. And I like all these features, but if nobody's using the booth and I want to walk around and do the photos, it doesn't, it still records in that slow-mo mode, or it still records in the video mode. And I would
no,
love to be able to take photos.
no, you are able to do photos. I think the only one that I've seen it done, because I use it personally, is the GoPro 10, the black. If you have any other GoPro, I'm not 100% confident that they work the same. There is some changes on the 11 GoPro or 12, but I own a GoPro 10 Black, and just like you, I have a 360, and I decided a few events that I was going to offer printed photos and 360 sessions. And the way I worked it out is when you create your event, I would create a slow motion event, but I will also activate a photo event. So the way my workflow worked for that specific event was I had the guest um, just kind of get on the 360 platform, and I'd say, hey, since my lighting's so great around the platform anyways, I'd say, hey, look, I'm going to start off with the picture. I'd hit the photo button, and that would trigger my GoPro to go into photo mode, take a picture, the picture will print, and then I'd cycle through a 360 session. So I was able to offer two experiences with one specific event, right? Without having to move anything. If I hit photo on the Touchpix experience, it would automatically tell my GoPro 10, he wants to take a photo, and it will take a photo. If I hit slow motion, it'll switch back to video and take slow motion video. So I know the GoPro 10 does it. I cannot guarantee that the 11 does it. Yeah.
And it's in the same event. You don't have to do
Same
anything
event,
special to the
correct.
event.
Not same event. Yeah, as long as you have a photo booth, a photo overlay and a slow-mo overlay, you're good.
Wait a minute, I'm using the same overlay. Is that the problem? Because they don't come out with the overlay.
Yeah, so if you're going to be offering photo, you need to upload a photo overlay. You're telling the software, hey, look, when I hit photo, I want you to apply this overlay to the pictures once I hit the photo button.
The reason for
And
that
this has
is
to be
that,
done when I'm creating the event.
Correct,
yeah,
correct.
Darnisha, the reason for that is different is that the photo is optimized for printing. Okay, so the printing has specific dimensions in almost all the printers. So that's the main reason that the photo has their own dimensions. Okay, and it's not the same than the video.
Thank you. Thank you. I might have to do a sign up for coaching. It's my first Zoom that I'm able to catch. Thank you so much.
Yeah,
Okay,
so
and
Darnisha,
I also want to mention something that maybe can create some interest in all the users is that, for instance, if you are having only photo booth in that week and you don't want to pay the full subscription, the $50, you now have the photo pass subscription. This is just dedicated to photo experience for photo booths, and in the price is also reduced. Okay, you will not have access to the 360 and all the videos experiences, only for photos. Okay, that is available in the website touchpix.com. Go to the shop and you will find the photo pass experience. Okay, as I mentioned, this is dedicated for photos. So if you try to use this, to pay less and then try to look for the 360 experience, you will not find it. Okay, but it's another way to use your subscription only for photos for a reduced price and save a kind of money for you, because instead of paying the $50, you will pay only it's
20.
$19, I guess.
Yeah.
So you can
Yeah.
save money. Okay.
Yeah, it makes the app very affordable. So I just want to echo what he's explained, Arnisha. We welcome you. You said you're new. Welcome to the Touchpix family, right? So all of these webinars are designed for all these users that are here today to just take advantage of these free trainings. We try to do these free trainings every Wednesday. We had stopped because sometimes we do expos, and based on our traveling needs, we're not able to do them on a regular basis, but we keep it pretty consistent on Wednesdays. We do alternate from English to Spanish because we also have a huge Latin market. But you mentioned that you may want to tap into for some one-on-one coaching, and I just want to highlight that I just put a link on the chat. That link will give you the ability to schedule time in a Zoom call during the week with one of our support agents. If you're having any trouble with anything with Touchpix, you can go ahead and pick a date and time, and they are 15, 20-minute slots, but it doesn't mean that you can only do one slot, right? Feel free till you feel comfortable. We want you to feel comfortable using this software. It's not a very difficult software to use, but we understand that when you're new, it seems very overwhelming. But at the same time, this is what we're here. We're here to support you guys. We're here to answer questions, and we're here to make sure that your events go smooth without any hiccups.
DJ, could you
I
please put it
appreciate
again?
that. Thank you so much.
No
I
problem.
just this one last thing. I'm sorry. So because I have a very important event coming up, AKA sorority is they're doing a fundraiser and they're hiring me. So I just wanted to make sure I'm getting the most out of the software. Usually I'm just doing a subscription for a week, having an event or two, and I'm kind of frustrated because I know there's so much more I can be getting out of the software. including creating my own overlays. So I'm going to take advantage of that, and I appreciate these from you guys. I also own a mirror glass photo DSLR camera that's sitting doing nothing right now, and I'd love to get that back in business as well. So thank you guys so much.
No problem. Thanks for being part of the call. Ortiz Rental Photo Booth. I know you had a question or a comment.
I apologize. Could you please put the email so whenever we need a meeting.
So it's a web link. I just put it on the chat.
Yes, that right there.
I just put it on the chat,
Got
and
it.
feel free to do that. That I just want to say this, that is probably available. It may be available on Sundays, but we try to do Monday through Thursday on that because we try to dedicate our support calls for Saturdays, Fridays and Saturdays. We have high level support calls from people doing events. So we want to prioritize the paying customers. So we may not be able to do one-on-one meets on Fridays and Saturdays, unless it's slow. I think there's exceptions, but during the week, take advantage of the slots, and we're here to answer any of those questions.
Thank you very much. Thank you for your model. You guys are doing an amazing job. Keep it up, please.
Thank you. Love the feedback.
Yeah, I have a question.
Go ahead.
Is there a webinar on YouTube where you guys go over the when you're doing the photo booth side, when you're choosing an overlay for the photo booth?
There is some webinars, and quite frankly, I think we are probably going to have to update some of those webinars because it's using the old designer we had. And I'm going to link you to my YouTube page or even the Touchpix YouTube page because I think it's very handy. Most of these recorded webinars I put on my personal YouTube page, but I'll link you to the Touchpix one and browse through my channel as well. But I think we're going to start doing newer webinars because it goes with anything, technology evolves, and Touchpix has evolved tremendously. So now we used to use a more generic designer, and now that's not available anymore because it's, the newer designer works a lot better, and it's taken over, quite frankly. And I want to be able to point you guys in the right direction. I don't want to confuse you by giving you an outdated webinar, right? But feel free to browse. I put the Touchpix YouTube channel. It has tons of quick tutorials, quick how-tos, right? But if you want to see some webinars that are a little longer, right, specific to like ScanPix and stuff that's really more on the pro level side of Touchpix, I think you guys might want to just take a look at my YouTube channel, which has most of the webinars, and this webinar will also be posted there as soon as we upload it onto that platform. Let me
post your YouTube. I see the Touchpix one.
Yeah, I'm actually trying to. Okay, here we go. I was trying to get the link, and here it is. That you guys have access to that. Carlos, I see your hand is up. Feel free.
Hello. Can you hear me?
We can hear you.
Hey, nice to meet you guys. Well, my name is Carlos. It's the first time I'm attending a webinar. I was brought here by a friend that uses your software in his 360. I do have a 360. I don't care much about it. I do a lot of work with brands and agencies, so I'm really interested in getting all you guys have to offer from the photo experiences.
Okay.
I see that there's a lot to be done, and even more when you guys are improving all the time, getting new features. So my specific question is, keep in mind that I don't even have the app installed yet. So I paid my subscription. I got the notification about the webinar. I'm really interested in AI, and I wanted to attend. So I see there's a lot of potential. Now, that I can add my own images is even more interesting. But one thing that is really important for me is when I do AI, can I apply an overlay on top of that? Because that's
Yes.
really important for branding.
Yes, you're able to add an overlay on top of that. That should
Okay,
not be a problem.
okay,
So the reason we showcase it without is just because we want you guys to see how detailed
yeah,
it
for
is.
simplicity, I understand
Yeah.
that. But for me, it's really important to generate the image. Maybe have the guest to approve it or not, and then if they are okay with it, I can apply the overlay and print, or I do a lot of digital sharing. But that's okay, knowing that I can do it. And also one more thing, I'm really used to design my own stuff on Photoshop.
Yeah.
Uh, I see that Pixstudio is a really interesting idea, uh, but it's going to be a learning curve for me. Switching softwares. I've been using the same thing for like almost 10 years, so it's going to be not a steep curve, but it's going to take some time. So I pretty much like starting again. So I'm going to be asking a lot of questions, but I'm going to keep doing my own designs for a while, and so I can keep doing that, save the files, and upload
So
like.
real quick, since you're on topic to that, I'm just going to show you guys exactly how easy it is to upload your own designs or create your own designs, right? So from our dashboard, right, you're going to want to click on designer, right?
Uh-huh.
Designer is going to take you to your specific login, which is your Touchpix account. And this is how easy it is to create with us. You can either create it with our designer or you can import it from Photoshop as a PNG file, right? So if this is my template that's blank right now that you see on the screen, and I want to go ahead and add an overlay to that, I go up here where it says manage design. If I had my own design created on Photoshop, I would hit upload overlay PNG, right? And that's how it would upload, right? But because I don't have one right now, what I do, and I'll show you guys in a minute how that looks. I'm going to go to design library because Touchpix also, this is not with Pixstudios. This is just with Touchpix, no additional cost. You're given hundreds of these designs that are already pre-made that you're able to change. You're able to change the text and some of the elements, right? So depending on what you want to do, like say everything has, we have all these types of designs for anything really, right? So maybe
That's
let's,
even amazing that you can edit those.
yeah.
My
So
friend, my
this,
friend showed me that, and I said, okay, but we
yeah,
speak Spanish here, and I said, I cannot show up to a wedding. It's supposed to say boda.
yeah.
Not all everybody's gonna say,
Yeah, you can
accept English.
you could make it your own, right? Like this says,
Yeah, that's
I think
excellent.
this one said disco or something like that down here, right? All you got
Yeah,
to do is right here. I can hit edit, and I could even make it say hello, right? You can make it say whatever you want with the
yeah.
same exact font, and there it is,
Awesome.
hello, right? So you're able to even delete stuff that you don't want. Maybe you don't want those disco balls up there, right? Maybe I want to delete them. Maybe you don't want that broken glass. You can delete them, right? So you can, all of these are free for you to use. We know that people are not Photoshop experts, and this is something that may be useful, but you don't have to. These are just free, part of your TouchPix subscription. We're not, charging you for this, and you literally have hundreds of designs to choose from. So now say you design your own, right? So I'm going to just delete everything, and let's go here and delete. Now I'm going to go over to manage design. Now I want to upload. Oh, before I go to upload your own, maybe you just want to add your logo, right? Your logo would need to be a PNG file, transparent. You're just going to upload it as a sticker, right? And in this case, I'm going to look for a logo. Let's go with the Touchpix logo for now. I'm hoping it's a PNG. I don't think it is, but let's figure it out if it is or if it's not. Let me see. So I'm going to go here to the sticker side because it uploaded it onto my stickers. And yeah, here it is, Touchpix. I'm going to go ahead and select it. And now I can place my PNG logo, resize it, place it anywhere I want on the template, right? You can drag it, move it. You can place it anywhere you want and still upload a design. So I'm just for demo purposes, I'm going to leave it there. Now, let's say, for example, I want to upload an overlay. I go to Manage Design, Upload Overlay. This is something maybe you created on Canva, maybe something that you created on Photoshop. Whatever you use to design is really up to you. Let's see if I have anything here. Let's use this Touchpix overlay, right? It's already an overlay designed by Touchpix. And I'm going to go ahead and hit upload, and you guys will see it uploading shortly. It's uploading now. And there it is, Touchpix. That's my overlay, PNG. This is where my photo is going to come out. And this is my sticker for branding. So that's how easy it is to use the Touchpix Designer and make it your own. You're given all these tools to really customize it, make your events look very professional. So it's just really, you are going to be limited by your creativity. So you have a lot of options to work with.
That's
And
great that you have the chance to not only upload it, but passing it through the app, it gets like some sort of standardized, and you are not going to be dealing with proportions or sizing problems. So what you see on the screen is what you're gonna get at the end, right?
exactly.
That's cool. Good to know. Good to
Yeah,
know because
very, very easy.
you see that printers, for example, they have depending on the brand, they have different pixel density. So 4 pixels more on the height and 10 on the width, and at the end it makes a difference. You don't want a white border on your print. So
Exactly.
that's
So
great.
so we give you the sizes too. So we know that if you're gonna make it on Canva or you're gonna make it on Photoshop, this
Yeah,
is the size that you should be making
yeah. I
your
use high K
overlay in.
printers, and that's the exact dimensions that
Yeah,
I use for them. Well, thank you very much. I
yeah,
much appreciate it, man.
no problem, man.
Can you
Anytime.
repeat that about the dimensions? I'm sorry. I think
Yeah.
sometimes that's where I
So,
run into an issue.
yeah, so if you're doing photo, like my partner Julian said earlier, photo and videos have a different dimension. Photos are basically they're optimized for being able to print on a printer, whether you're using a Dove sublimation printer or you're using some other type of printer. You want to make sure that your overlays are optimized for printing. So for photos, the correct size, if you're going to be working off Canva or Photoshop, this is what your pixel size should be, right? For them to look proportion to where you're trying to print. So it's 1240 by 1844 in pixels, right? And if you're doing videos or slow motion, you're going to see them now they're switching. These are the pixels are switching to a different format, right? Because now they're videos. They're no longer optimized for printing. They're optimized to be displayed on a TV of some sort. Does that make sense?
Yes, thank you.
Okay. Any other questions?
So, DJ, when you were talking of started this demo, you were showing a template that it looks like you used in the EU, and you were printing. And in my testing, like if I connect to ScanPix and I bridge the Wi-Fi connection, my like, I'm sorry.
Go ahead. I'm sorry, I didn't catch that. I think I heard you cut off or.
Oh, so my upload speed for like doing the AI images slows down considerably. Is that your experience?
So you're doing AI and you're bridging a connection with ScanPix?
Yes.
Is that what you're doing?
Yes.
So let me ask you this before I go further. Is there a reason why you're using ScanPix with AI?
Well, I'm using I said ScanPix. I meant PrintPix.
Got it. Yeah. So that is it's a limitation, unfortunately, on on the boxes, right? On the PrintPix boxes.
Yeah.
We're finding out that once you bridge a Wi-Fi connection, the boxes can't exceed a certain speed. So when you're bridging a connection, even though you have a fast connection, that connection based on that box is not going to be as fast as if you were to connect directly to that specific Wi-Fi.
So when y'all were in the EU and printing, were y'all using?
No. So what I was doing, again, great question, man. Great question because these are real life events that you're not going to learn unless you're using the equipment out in the field. So what he's asking for just the general people, we do have what we call a PrintPix box that we sell, and that box eliminates the need of you taking a computer to print, right? Because iPads typically can't print to a printer directly, not a photo booth printer without something in the middle. And for many, many years, people were using little laptops to make that connection. But Touchpix developed a little box called PrintPix that you essentially connect the printer to that little box and you're able to print. So that little box has a way to also be connected to the internet at the same time. So you can send out your text messages or send out your emails. Now, if you connect that little box to the internet for whatever reason, based on the limitations that little box has, the internet speed is not as fast. So he's asking during our show, how are we using it to print the AI? So what we found out was the same thing you found out, is that Ricky, I think you were the one with the question, right? Same thing we found out is that the internet speed was being reduced on the box. So what we did is I connected my photo booth to a separate iPad that I had as a sharing station, right? So all of the images that were coming out of my photo booth were automatically being wirelessly sent to my sharing station iPad. From my sharing station iPad, then I was printing from there with PrintPix. So I had the photo booth connected straight to the Wi-Fi. That way it's not bridged, just a straight connection. And that's why the AI was working rapidly. And then the PrintPix was just printing the pictures from the sharing station. Does that make sense?
Yes. So
Okay.
I have not been able to, all my attempts at increasing the upload speed were futile. But so
Yeah.
when you print from the sharing station, it's connected like with a Ethernet cable, or how are you connected there?
No, it's done wireless. I mean, it's done. Sharing station is connected to the PrintPix box with Wi-Fi, right? With the TP server connection,
Right.
Wi-Fi, and yeah, so your box is connected to the printer and it prints like that wirelessly.
Perfect. That's what I needed to hear. Thank you.
Yeah, not a problem. Any other questions before we end today's call? Was this helpful for a lot of people? It's good to hear feedback.
Very helpful. What about that Pix box? Can
Yeah,
you?
so I'll show you what it is. I mean, it's really an awesome box. I think a lot of people are used to taking they're taking laptops to be able to print, and that works. But some people just want simplicity and a clean look. So if you go over to shop, we do have it here, I believe. It's this little box here. It is $2.99, right? So essentially, what this box does is you plug this box into a power outlet, and you plug in your printer to this box, and now your iPad will be able to print pictures wirelessly, right? You don't have to. There's no wire from your iPad to this. This box only connects to your printer.
That works great. It prints very quickly.
It not only works great, but the colors on your prints are amazing. Specifically, I could attest to using DNP printers. I think all of the DNP printers, the colors look amazing. We did a show in Europe, like I said a few weeks back, and we used the Citizen brand printer, and that printer worked amazing as well. So I think it works on about 90 to 95% of all die sublimation printers that are for the photo booth industry. So really depending on which one you have, before you buy, just check in with us to make sure it's compatible. We do have a compatibility list here. If you go to support and you go to knowledge base, a knowledge base helps you with connection issues or any type of question that you may have. But like in this case, I can search for print pics. And then if I hit print pics, it'll tell me compatible printers. So it'll have a vast list of printers that it's compatible with. All of the DMP branded, all the food, well, most of the Fujifilm, the Hi-T, the Mitsubishi.
I'm just embarrassed to have a DNP that's never been used. So I think I'm going to showcase some photos at the event I got hired for on the 21st for promotion.
Yeah, I think that'd be nice. I think,
Thank you.
I think the printers will be nice, a nice touch.
Wonder if I can get that by the 20th.
I think if you order it this week, you might. I think it's usually 7 to 10 business days. It'll be cutting it close, but
appreciate it.
You may be able to get it.
Appreciate it. Thank you.
Cool. Any other questions?
Yes, I have a question, but it's not about what we're talking about. I have a subscription. If I cancel now, would I still be able to use it into March?
Yes. So if you bought a subscription for the month, right?
No, this is for the year. This is for the year. I bought a yearly subscription.
Okay,
but I don't do auto renew.
It ends in March, correct?
Yes.
Okay. Yeah. So if you cancel now, you'll be able to use it till March, and it won't auto renew. We actually recommend that you do that now before for you forgetting, and it's a lot easier than requesting a refund, because we do have a process where you need to request refunds if applicable.
Well, this is with Apple. I have the subscription through Apple.
Yeah, that's fine. Cancel it and you'll be able to use it. You've already paid for it for the full year, so it'll expire at the 1 year mark.
Okay. All right. Thank you so much.
No problem. Any other questions? Julian, did I miss anything? Did you want to add anything?
No, DJ, everything is set. So
all right. It was a pretty long webinar. We appreciate everybody that hung in there. I know we started off with a little bit over 20 and now we're down to 15. So I appreciate your time. I know it's late. I'm in the West Coast, so it's barely going to be 8 p.m. for me, but I know a lot of you in the East Coast, it's pretty late, and definitely thankful and grateful for you guys to be part of the Touchpix team. And again, these are resources for you. Feel free to reach out to us. Feel free to email us. Feel free to get on the support chat. And, I think the support chat is really, it's a very valuable tool. And I just want to show you guys how easy the support chat is before I leave you guys. All you have to do is go to touchpix.com, right? Once you go to touchpix.com, if you're having an issue, you tap on this little chart, on this little chat. It's basically 24 hours a day. You're going to get a live person that is going to be able to help you, right? So I'm just going to type something into you. That way you guys can see it and say hello. Oops.
I got one question before you get out of here, DJ.
Sure.
I missed the AI portion of things. When will there be a link to kind of look back at that?
Yeah. So just shoot me an email. My email's on the chat, and then I'll show you the link as soon as we are able to activate.
Sounds good. Thank you.
Somebody already answered in the chat, and I'm just gonna say how to activate AI feature.
Great.
For my event, and you'll see what they'll probably ask you some follow-up questions, but they're very responsive. We try to close these chats as quickly as possible. I'm just showing you guys that these resources are out there for you, and feel free to take advantage of everything that Touchpix has to offer, because if you're a paying customer, we want to take care of you, because we know if we take care of you, you'll stay on with us, right? So it's a win-win for both. parties, and we just want to encourage you guys to excel. We want to make sure that you guys are knowledgeable about the features that Touchpix offers. We want to be able to continue to provide these trainings, and hopefully your business can thrive. And we
Buying
can
his
go from there.
box. Buying his Pix box.
Any other questions?
One final question, DJ.
Yeah.
I've been having a problem getting to these webinars. Are there weekly again?
So
All right, can you run that question one more time? Sorry, I just had to hit mute because there was I think there was somebody with an open mic. Can you unmute yourself? I know somebody was asking a question.
Hey, I'm sorry. Yeah, I was asking.
Okay.
I've been having a time getting with meeting the webinars. Are they? Can you hear me now, DJ?
I can hear you now.
Oh, for some reason. Yeah, I just been missing the webinars. Like I just haven't been able to locate them. Are they back regular now, or do you just do them periodically?
No, so we are trying to do them every Wednesday, but we alternate. We alternate Wednesdays. One Wednesday, like today, was a English Wednesday. Next week it'll be Spanish. So it's going to be every other Wednesday. We'll circle back to the English webinars.
Gotcha.
Same thing with the Spanish webinars, right? We're trying to get back on the rhythm. What happened and what threw us off is because we did this show in London a few weeks back, and Julian and I were part of that show, and obviously, we weren't available to do the webinars based on the time difference, and now we're getting back in the rhythm of things, and we're gonna start making them happen again.
Great. It's good stuff. Okay, thanks, man.
Any other questions before we close off?
DJ, give me that email. I didn't see it in the chat. I'm sorry.
Okay. All right. Let me put it in the chat for you.
Okay. Sure.
All right. Should be in the chat now, and you guys see it now? Or you see the email now? It should appear.
It hadn't popped up yet. Okay, I think okay. Yes, sir. Got it.
All right. Well, with that, I'm going to close off today's webinar. I'd like to thank Julian, who's always super helpful, helping me with the webinars. We work as a dynamic duo as a team. I think he brings a lot of expertise onto the webinars. So I definitely appreciate just us continuing to do that, and hopefully we can continue to make that happen. But I appreciate all you guys as end users, and any questions, we're very approachable. Don't be embarrassed. Don't be, hesitant to reach out to us. We're very approachable people. No question is a dumb question. We understand that there's different levels to this. And even though that you may have just started or you don't know about a feature, just ask us and we'll definitely take our time and try to show you as patient as possible to make sure that you understand the feature. That way, when you're out there charging money for an event, you're doing it and you're really doing it at a high level. So always feel free to reach out. And with that, thanks everybody. Have a great night, and we'll catch you in 2 weeks on the next one.
See you, everyone. Thank you.
Thank you.